Hey guys, this is Kirsten. So, like a dumbass, I got halfway through this tutorial and I was cooking salmon on the stove and the alarm started beeping and I was like, oh, I was like halfway, I was like 10 minutes in and I had to like abort mission to deal with dinner. So, anyway, so this was submitted by someone. So, honestly, what I would do if this was my studio or I mean, regardless if it was, on Main Street or in your living room, or a designated room, what I would do when these kids left is I would set up this background and then put something right here, like a teddy bear or something, and have the background pristine. And then I could teach you how to like drag and drop the kids from a messy background to a clean background. Unfortunately, a lot of these wrinkles are just unavoidable, and you don't want it to look fake because right now it looks very much real. I'm going to hit Control J while we're talking. I very much would rather it look real, like there's two toddlers that just messed up the floor of the background, than have it look like just painted on fake. So what I'm going to do is click on the patch tool, which is underneath the Band-Aid, and I'm going to get just some of these little imperfections in the fabric. And it's one of those things where, I mean, it was probably a little bit unavoidable with two kids these ages. Um, but, for next time, the longer you spend editing, the less dollar per hour you're actually making. I don't want to lecture you on that, but um, you should have pulled this tighter and just kept on readjusting, or had it hooked on something, or buy those metal plates with the magnets, or something, something, something. So the longer you deal with this, the more, you know, your profit, your dollar per hour goes down. So I'm just going to kind of mess with this. Okay, I'm going to click. You know what? I think I actually have to flatten this for the next step. So click on the three little dots and go flatten image. All right, I'm going to try this. Go to the lasso. Actually, you know what? I'm going to not even. I'm going to go to the rectangular marquee. Make sure the feather is set to 0. Go like that. Hit backspace or delete depending on your computer. Content aware at 100%. Cross your fingers because it does help before you hit OK. Yeah, that looks pretty good. Okay, I'm going to hit Control J again. Click on the patch tool. All right, so I'm going to leave this because this is like, shows the background here. I'm going to try to get one more wrinkle out over here. It's like looking a little fake right here. You want to just be careful. I might be able to do one more. Nope, I don't like that one at all. So Control Z, Control Z. Okay, let's keep that. I would keep this front wrinkle as is over here. Okay, let's do one more. Okay. All right, so there's one trick. I'm going to go ahead and flatten it. So in my store, we sell the flip it action. I'm going to show you the action and then I'll show you what it actually is doing. Okay, so it just flips the image over and then makes a layer mask. Okay, so we're going to so it's a black mask right here. So we're going to get a white brush. Get a soft brush here. So I'm going to paint the right side of the screen onto the left side, but honestly, I don't know. Okay, so I don't, well, ah, so we can't go too far over. So you can see over here, it's just starting to look a little fake. Plus we got baby's legs over there. Um, so we're gonna leave that wrinkle. And then let's reassess. Gosh, that's a tough one. Lower the opacity down. Let's go on and off and see. That blends it a little bit. I might actually leave it. Flatten. Oh, I'm trying to avoid cloning because I hate it, but I think I might give it a try here. Let's get the line. To me, cloning like almost always just looks super fake. You know what? This is a real drag. Okay, I'm gonna abort mission there. I'm gonna go up and hit select subject. Sorry, and select and mask. And then with the second one down on the left here, I just leave these are just default options over there. I'm going to go ahead and trace. This makes it so it's not going to be a hard edge, it'll be a softer edge. I don't think this is going to work. I think it's going to look fake, but I'm going to exhaust all options. Man, I bet mom was thrilled though. Two kids smiling and they both look cute and not like they were bribed or threatened. Honestly, I think it's cute as is. I wouldn't even care about the background. And I think any mom would agree that they would be happy to have it. Whoops. And if you wanted to pay, retouchup.com, I'm sure they could work some magic too. I think your quickest bet, though, is to go and reshoot the backdrop and then drag and drop them onto it. Okay, so I just finished. It's going to take a little while to catch up. Let's just give it a second. Man, this is really super slow. Okay, so now we're going to click invert here and output to new layer with a layer mask and hit OK. Turn on the background layer and then go back over to the original. So you're not on the layer mask. The kids are on the layer mask. You're now over on the original picture. We're going to click on the gradient tool, which is right here. Let's see. I'm going to put the opacity up here at like 40%. I'm going to click on the foreground color and I'm going to select something dark right next to his leg. Maybe like a dark gray. And I'm going to drag up like this. Whoops, I double clicked. Um, I'm not super loving that, to be honest with you. I'm gonna try to make it just darker and see what happens. See what I'm saying by like, let me just go up from the corner here. No, I don't love that either. It's getting rid of that, but then it's making it look not natural. I mean, it's kind of blending in other things. So let's bring it down to 50%. Click on the layer mask. Click on the paintbrush. Make sure it's a black. This will paint it off if any of it got on the kids. I actually don't want it on the background because I like the background. Looks like I got some on his feet, even though we masked the kids off. So let's just go like that. Also, when their feet are totally outright, they're not crisscross, their legs are out. I think it said you shot at 5.6. I would do like f7 because you can see his toes are out of focus. The little guy, you got lucky here. These look like they're probably in focus, okay, but just something to think about. Okay, let's see what that looks like. So that just kind of blends in the gray a little bit. Of course, there's one more thing you could do. Let me just flatten that. So I love baby toes, and especially this kid putting his toe inside of his other toe, I think is adorable. If for some reason mom was pitching a fit, there's always this option, which is tough also because you don't really want to cut off his little fingers. You could do something like that. And the last option, I'm just going to try just for the, whoops, for the heck of it. I'm going to do the elliptical at 500 pixels. Control Shift I and then Control J, which selects the outer layer, and then you're going to hit multiply. And then I lower it. I start at like 45. I put a layer mask on, get a black brush. Lower the opacity. I'm going to lower the that gets rid of a lot of the layers, but I would absolutely keep everything else. Whoops, I don't know why I did that. But yeah, I think I would just leave that. If you reshoot the backdrop, let me know and I will show you how to merge these guys onto a new backdrop. Okay, cool.